Hi friends, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If this is your first time watching one of my budget videos and you're just kind of clicking in to see if I'm someone that you would potentially like to follow for inspiration or tips in the new year, I'm gonna ask that you just click out of this video right now and go watch a different one, because this is not the first impression that I want to make on a new audience. I'm here kind of sheepishly. I honestly thought about ghosting you guys and just not posting budget videos for the rest of the year and coming back in January with a fresh start, because I have not been on my best behavior financially the last couple of weeks. Not by a long shot. I did the thing where, you guys will have to tell me if you can relate. You're on a diet, you're doing really well, everything is lining up perfectly, but then you get tempted by the chocolate cake, so you eat the chocolate cake, and you decide at that moment that you've already screwed up, so you might as well keep eating, and so then you have a brownie, and then you have some chips, and before you know it, it's snowballed into a binge eating session, and it just continues on and on and on until finally a new week or a new month rolls around and you decide you're gonna do a fresh start. That's what happened with my budget. We had a snowball, but not a dead snowball, not a good kind of snowball. It was one thing led to another, and we just spent a small fortune over the last week. I said, screw it, we've already messed up, let's just keep on messing up. So let's go out to eat every day, and let's go out and buy new furniture, which we did this week, and let's just pretend like we don't have a budget to stick to, and we'll get back to things in the new year with a fresh start. That's what happened. I spent a lot. I don't even know for sure how much, because I haven't sat down to write everything out. I know that the credit card that we typically use to put everything on and then pay off at the end of the week has more on it than what we have in the bank. So clearly we have overspent. I just don't know how bad the damage is. I'm going to look into that and see and kind of try to figure it out. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to salvage December. I'm going to see what I can do to spend as little as possible for the next 3 weeks while we limp through December. And then come January, I'll have a fresh start. But I want to hit the brakes on this ridiculously crazy spending that we've been doing. And I want to stop the snowball right here, right now. I don't want this mindset of we've already screwed December, so let's just keep on screwing December, because how big a hole I have to kind of dig my way out of is going to depend on how the rest of December goes. So I've already made peace with the idea that come January, on January 1st, when it's time to start my new budget, I'm going to be in more debt than what I started December with. I had big dreams of paying off my Chase card. You guys remember sweet, sweet, innocent Jessie who said, I'm going to pay $220 a week towards this Chase card and get it knocked out by the end of the year. Do you remember her? Yeah, she's gone. That super hopeful girl that I started out the month as is no more. It's probably going to take all of the money that I set aside for Chase and the money that I set aside for sinking funds to dig myself out of this hole that I'm in. I don't know that for sure. Like I said, I haven't done the math, but I'm gonna limit the fallout by really tightening up the budget for the last 3 weeks of the month. I'm really hoping I can get it under control, because I lost myself there for a while. So that's my confession. We've accumulated more debt. I don't even know how bad it is, and likely won't know how bad it is until the end of the month. We're not going to pay off Chase this month. We're probably going to start out 2022 with 4 credit cards rather than the 1 credit card I was hoping to start out 2022 with. Well, we won't start out 2022 because the 1 credit card won't technically have a balance on it until our new furniture is delivered. But we did buy new furniture, new living room furniture. I'm really, really excited about that. I don't really regret that purchase. I regret everything else, though. Definitely. So I've opened up to the budget that I wrote with you guys for December 7th through the 13th. When it comes to the cash envelopes and like the weekly check-in, I don't know. I know that we spent way more, like on food, we spent way more than $200, you guys. We probably doubled that because we did so much eating out. I just said, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. A lot this week. So we did a ton of eating out. We're probably over our food budget. I spent more than $40 for sure. I can say we didn't have to fill up the gas tank this week, so this actual amount is 0. So, you know, that $60 that I set aside for gas, it's not gonna be a drop in the bucket compared to what I spent on everything else, but at least there's that. There's the silver lining, you guys. I can tell you I did pay Sips by. I don't know exactly how much that was, but something that I did was I went ahead and canceled Sips by. So I won't be getting Sips by boxes anymore. I also canceled my David's Tea subscription. Despite the fact that my spending has been off the rails the last couple of weeks, I have been looking forward to January and trying to see kind of how I can tighten the budget up a little bit. I've committed myself to trying not to eat out at all in the month of January. I'm going to talk about all of this when I do like whatever video that ends up being in my January setup video or my first budget of January. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. But I did cancel Sips by, but I believe that had already come out of my account when I canceled it. I'm going to double check. Because, like I said, I haven't even looked at all of the various spending I did and added it up, but I know that, like I said, the balance on the credit card is more than what we have in the bank, so clearly we've overspent. Typically, the way I do things is I put everything on a credit card and then I pay it off every week. I'm not going to be able to pay off the whole balance this week because we spent more than what we had to spend. So actually, I'm not seeing a Sips by charge on here. So that may still come through. Maybe it just hasn't cleared yet. Or maybe I was able to cancel it before the charge went through. But for now, I guess I didn't pay anything to Sips by. So there's that. For HBO Max, let's see. That was $15.84. For Boost, I did pay $120. For our camper payment, let me just double check and make sure that cleared my account. I haven't even looked at any of my statements or anything, you guys, because I've just been in denial about how bad it really was. I'm sweating admitting all of this to you guys. I know that you guys are going to be so disappointed in me for this because I've been doing so well. And I just pretty much sabotaged myself in a major way. Okay, so that did clear. That was $200. Again, I don't know what I spent in food. I don't know what I spent on me. I just know it was a lot. But here's the good news. Our bills got paid. So we're not going to have anybody knocking on our door saying, hey, can I get some money from you? I'm not going to have anybody coming to repossess my car, anything like that. I've stayed on top of the bills. It's just that I've been off the rails with the spending. So I don't know how to fill in the rest of this. Well, I can do this. I know that I have $40 that I gave to my husband. I know that $10 went to Austin. I did put $20 into my wallet. So all of that was as planned. But in terms of like getting a total, how much I have to roll over, I don't know. So that is kind of how that week went. Let's talk about the plan for the new week and where we're going with the rest of December. Clearly, I'm not following my typical video format because I've just not been in typical form. So, for the week of December, what is today, 13th? 14th? Let me just look at my calendar here. I cannot wait for January and a fresh start, you guys. Yeah, 14th. So we've got my husband's payday. We've got the child tax credit this week, which is good because that'll help a little bit with what's been going on. DTE, Michigan Gas, Subaru, Planet Fitness. Then food and gas, which again, just like the last couple of weeks, we're not going to do those in cash. We're just going to leave the amount in the checking account and go from there. Everything will go on that credit card, and at the end of the month, essentially, I guess now, we'll pay whatever we have to that credit card, and then we'll see what's left, and that'll be the debt that we tackle in January, I guess. Maybe it'll all work out and I'll be able to pay it all, but I don't know. And I'm not giving myself spending money. I don't deserve it. I've done plenty of spending. So there's that. Oh, and did I mention that we are like $500 or $600 over budget on Christmas? Yeah, that's also a thing that has happened. It is what it is. I've beat myself up enough about it. Let's just move on. All right, so for DTE, I believe that bill is $193. For Michigan Gas, I need to look it up because I don't remember how much that is. $42, so that's what we're going to budget for that. My Subaru payment is $400. Planet Fitness is $10. For food, I'm going to budget $200. We are not going to eat out this week. God, I hope we can keep it under control and not eat out this week. Because we've been doing so much eating out, I have a lot of food on hand that I can cook. Lots of meals that didn't get made. So probably don't need a full 200. It would be ideal if we could just spend like $86 or something, you know, get fresh produce and milk and bread and make the rest of what we have last the week. But I need to be realistic, right? So $200 is what I'm budgeting for food. I sincerely hope that we can stick to that. And then for gas, I'm going to go ahead and budget $50. And I need to add this up. Okay. $193 plus 42 plus 400 plus 10 plus 200 plus 50 is $895. So that's that. Down here under cash envelopes, I'm going to go ahead and put my husband's spending. Bless his heart. He has tried to keep things under control as best as he possibly can, but I'm the one that does the budget. I'm the one that makes the financial decisions. I've told him over and over again this week, we're over budget, we're over budget, we're over budget. And he's tried to encourage me to, you know, cook at home and let's not go out and this and that and the other. But he's also kind of in a situation where we've been budgeting all year and he's ready to let loose a little bit too. And he keeps telling me, like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, you know, he's tried to reel me in, but not that hard. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I mean, I'm going to give him his $40 this week. Bless his heart. He always sticks to his budget in terms of that. So he's going to get that. Austin's going to get his $10 for allowance. And I think that's it. Oh, miscellaneous. Do I need miscellaneous money? Probably not, but I'll go ahead and do the $20 for miscellaneous as well. So that's $40, $50, $70? $70 for that. So in terms of sinking funds and extra debt, I don't even know what to do with this, you guys. I think I'm just gonna pay my bills and not worry about sinking funds, not worry about extra debt. Whatever we have left in the bank will just stay in the bank, and then at the end of the month, when all of the spending is done, we'll see kind of what we need to do for damage control and decide at that point what we're going to do for sinking funds and if we're going to pay anything to that Chase card. I'm thinking not, you guys. I really think that with as much as I've screwed up in the past couple of weeks, there's just not going to be anything left for Chase, and I'm going to start out 2022 with that Chase card, probably a balance on my city card that I've been using for everything, and of course we still had that one more card that we for sure knew we were starting 2022 with. That's my First Merchants Bank card, and then the Ashley Furniture that we purchased will be our debt for 2022 as well. And those will be the things that we have to tackle, and we're going to have to really buckle down, and it's going to be harder than it needed to be because I screwed up. So I'm just going to leave this blank because I don't know what we're going to do with this. I do want to do the savings challenge, and you guys are probably thinking, like, why are you worried about the savings challenge when you have royally screwed your budget? And the reason is because I'm going to take all the money from the savings challenge and put it towards this overspending that we did in the month. And so I want to do it mostly because it's like the one fun thing that I get to do with my budget this week because I've been awful about everything else. So I am going to do the high-low temperature savings challenge. If you're not familiar with this, it's a savings challenge I created. It's on my Etsy shop. If you want to support my channel, you can definitely go check out my Etsy shop. I sell budget printables there, including this one. Check them out. I'd appreciate it. For week 3, all I'm doing is taking a look at what the temperature is this week. Not this week, right now. I'm going to look at the temperature right now, and I'm going to save that much money. And at the end of the month, all of the money that I save for the high-low temperature savings challenge is going straight to the city card to help us pay what we've overspent. So, yeah. Current conditions, I'm going to pop up a little screen cap of my phone. I don't want to show it to you because I don't want to show you guys my exact location, but I am going to put up a little screen cap of what the temperature is. It's currently 37 degrees. So that's how much I'm going to save this week for the high-low temperature savings challenge. So now I just gotta go back to here. My friend Marlene over at Snow Gardener 307 Budgets is also doing this high-low temperature savings challenge with me. That's another reason I wanted to go ahead and do this, even though this should be my lowest priority, is because I committed to a collaboration with my sweet friend Marlene, and I don't want to disappoint her any further than I probably already have. I'm sure she's watching this video shaking her head like, girl, what did you do? But go check out her channel. I will link it down below. She does much better job at budgeting than I have done these past couple of weeks. I swear you guys usually am better than this. Come January, everything I'm hopeful will calm down and things will be better and I can get back on track. I just derailed a little bit. So, yeah. I'm going to really quickly figure out what I'm going to pull out of the bank using this cash breakdown. I need to pull out cash for my husband. I need to pull out cash for my son Austin. Miscellaneous. And the high-load savings. This was 40, 10, 20, and 37. So really quickly, let me add that up. $107. Okay, so we're going to take out two 20s for my husband, a 10 for my son, a 20 for miscellaneous, and a 20, a 10, a 5, and two 1s. 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. Okay, so we're going to need two 1s for a total of $2. We're going to need a 5 for a total of $5, two 10s for a total of $20, and four 20s for a total of $80. Let me just add this up and make sure that this total here matches this total here. I almost said turtle. 107. Okay, so I'm going to go grab that cash so that I can allocate it out, and that'll wrap up this video. Okay, so I have my cash. I have my categories here. I'm just going to kind of divvy this cash up, and that's going to wrap up this rather depressing video. If you made it this far and you haven't unsubscribed from my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I know there's going to be a whole subset of you that tells me it's okay, it happens, dust yourself off, and try again. And then there's probably going to be a subset of you that are like, you're ridiculous, unsubscribing. And that's fine. You know, you come here, I'm assuming, for motivation, and watching me completely sink my budget for the month probably isn't very motivating. But I do appreciate those of you that are watching and supporting, and who will continue to watch my journey and know that it's just that. It's a journey. There are highs, there are lows. This just happens to be a low. Alright, so for my husband, we're going to do two 20s. So I have that here. I'm going to set it off to the side for him. And I left all of my highlighters out in my living room where I was working in my goal planner. So I'm just going to pull in my little dot marker and, oh, that's really dark. Okay, well, we took care of Eric. For Austin, we're going to do 10 for his allowance. So I'll set that aside for him. For miscellaneous, I've got 20, and I'm going to put that right here into my wallet for anything that comes up. I was really glad that I had miscellaneous cash in my wallet last week because there was a coach's gift that needed to be purchased, and oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know why, but talking about that just reminded me I have a tax bill I need to pay as well. Okay, let me finish this up, and then we're going to go back to my paycheck budget and write that in. Don't let me forget. So we took care of miscellaneous. And then the high-low temperature savings challenge. I have my little savings challenge folder here. Guess what? I still haven't made a label. Are you surprised? Probably not, because I've been saying for weeks I'm going to make the label, and I keep forgetting. So 37 is what I should have left here. 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. That's what I'm going to go ahead and stick here in my savings challenge envelope. I am going to be doing a lot more savings challenges in the new year as I've been sort of outlining my plan for 2022, which is crazy to say. I've decided I'm going to do some more savings challenges in the year, and I'm really excited about that. So that takes care of that and all of this. Let me set this off to the side and go back here to my budget because I totally forgot about that tax bill. It's not technically due until February but I want to go ahead and get it paid while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, it's going to be one of those things that I forget. So this is just our winter taxes on our property. We live in a mobile home. You guys know this. Our property taxes are not that high. We pretty much just pay for the shed that sits on the lot here. And I need to dig out that bill and find out exactly how much it is, but I'm pretty sure it's like 40 or 60 bucks. Give me just a second to grab that. Okay, so I found it, finally. It took me longer than I expected because it was not where I thought it was. So the amount is $38.28. So yeah, not a lot. I'm actually going to go ahead right now as soon as I end this and get that check written and mailed off, so it's one less thing to worry about. So now I need a new total here. I'm so glad I remembered that, you guys. It's one of those bills that's not monthly, so it only happens twice a year, and it's really easy to forget those types of things if you're not diligent. So I'm just really quickly adding all of this up again. $933.28. Probably should have double checked that before I wrote it in, but yep, $933.28. Okay, so that's that. That's my budget. That was my kind of confession, and now that it's all out in the open and everything is behind me, I feel a lot better. Thank you all for listening to me you know, confess and vent my bad behavior. I will be back next week with my regularly scheduled typical content in terms of budgeting, my expense tracking. We're going to stay really on track with that. We're going to do my budget results and all of that, and then you guys will start seeing my end of the month stuff coming soon. I'm just really excited for January to put this whole mess behind me and start fresh, but we got to try to salvage December. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content every single week here on my channel, and I've been posting lots of Vlogmas content, so check that out. I would really appreciate it. Every time you watch one of my videos, give it a like, leave me a comment, subscribe. Anytime you visit my Etsy shop and make a purchase there, you are helping me with my debt-free journey, and I really appreciate it. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!